Alex, we're back again with the weekly pick'ems, dude. You have taken the lead on me. You have taken the lead. You beat me by a game. I'm a fool for believing in Derek Carr. All my money was, I put all my eggs into the basket of Derek Carr when they should have been with Daniel Jones. I was so close to picking that game last week, man.
Hey, man. I told you to as well.
You did. I didn't follow my heart.
I know. But I told you to pick the Bengals over the Steelers, too. You ain't listening to my advice.
I know. Things will change this week. I got a feeling that things will change. Either they're going to go way in my favor or I'm going to be playing a lot of catch-up this year.
Well, we'll see.
But what's crack-lacking? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave that thumbs up if you enjoy the content. And as always, let us know what you think in the comment section below. What are some of your picks for this week? I love the good football discourse we have in the comment section. We're going to have some good football discourse today. Alex from the Hail Mary podcast, his YouTube is in the description. Check him out. He pushes out a lot of draft content as well because you know we love the draft on this channel. Man, I guess let's go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty. We got a lot to talk about this week. Bye week start next week, so that'll help us out a ton in terms of time.
Maybe. We'll see.
Am I starting Thursday?
Yes,
I'm a fool, dude. I'm a fool. Thursday night, Rams versus Seahawks. Over under 54.5. The Rams are a 2-point favorite. I want to go with my heart in this because I love Russell Wilson. He's probably one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league. It's just tough too. That Rams defense, they're coming off a pretty piss poor performance against the Cardinals. They're at home. The Seahawks, they haven't been good at home. The 12th man, non-existent. I think that Rams defense comes back to play. Like, Kyler Murray is a different type of athlete than Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, yes, he's an athletic mobile quarterback. That's not how he wins games. He likes to sling the ball. I think the Rams come in with a much better defense. And let's be honest about that Seahawks defense.
Bueno.
What defense? What?
Yeah.
I think Matthew Stafford comes back. He has a hell of a game. I think I'm gonna go with the Rams here, man. Aaron Donald, dude.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna follow your heart to the Seahawks.
I really love Russell Wilson. But
yeah,
I just can't. As a matter of fact, actually, what's Chris Carson? Because didn't he leave the game early this past week?
I don't even think it matters at this point, but I think while you look that up, we're both on the same train right here. I just think the Rams now, they probably were on a high after beating Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. I almost said the Patriots, but it's a little bit of a reality check for them. Now they actually have to work for it. Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald are going to be going off. But fun story, I haven't told you this. I saw Aaron Donald at Ralph's one time. I have a picture of it. He bought an entire shopping cart full of freaking Slim Jims, dude. Slim Jims.
It's a man.
I just walked by. I was like, what the hell? It was crazy shit. But that's the stuff that you see in Calabasas at Ralph's. It was just what on earth? Jeez. It is crazy.
Aaron Donald's a monster, dude.
He is. He's insane. But yeah, I think we're both on the Rams train right now. How's Chris Carson?
He didn't get hurt actually in this last game. Alex Collins just came in because Chris Carson was being unproductive. Not good news.
Yeah. Well, I think we're just still both on the same track. Starting off with the Sunday slates of games. I believe that we are in London at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium with the Jets and the Falcons. So,
oh my gosh, we are in London. Holy moly.
Yeah, I know. I saw it as 8:30 a.m. Central Time. I was like, when the hell did game start then?
Dude, that's 6:30 my time a.m.
I know, dude. I know. I remember when I lived in Cali, it was just I could not watch those games for shit. But still, the Jets are coming off a crazy win over the Tennessee Titans. Don't really know how they did it. Probably just Zach Wilson finally looked like he was competent. And I'm pretty sure I don't know how much of the draft committee thought that he was going to be great starting out the gate. We just know what he could be. And it's great to see that he's starting to grow into that. The Jets defense is solid. But Matt Ryan usually starts performing better in October. If I'm not mistaken, usually the Falcons suck in September, and then they go off in October, or the other way around. It's just one of the two. I just for some reason feel a little bit of faith towards Matt Ryan being more consistent than Zach Wilson. If Zach Wilson is not the man he was last week, and he was the man he was 3 weeks before, well, then you're going to see that the Jets are going to be completely annihilated and have nothing going for them. But of course, the Falcons are the perfect defense to go against that. Still going to be choosing the more consistent option. Matt Ryan can be sticking with the Falcons here.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go the other way. The Falcons, they're the 3-point favorite currently. But, dude, Zach Wilson, I kept saying, hey, he's going for big-time plays. They may not be, always going well, from his interception count. That's obvious. But I think a lot of those interceptions weren't his fault. I think he's starting to see the field a lot better. Yeah. And I think that's something that Tua actually struggles with. Like, these college guys, they come in, they're so used to seeing separation. The windows, they're a lot smaller in the NFL, especially when you have your receiving core consists of like a Corey Davis, who's a contested catch guy. Shoot, man, was it Mims that was starting this week with? Because I know
Denzel had 5 receiving snaps, if I'm not mistaken. It was Crowder as well as
I know.
David.
Well, yeah, because Elijah Moore, I think, was out this week.
Yeah, I thought I heard on the PFF podcast that Denzel Mims played 5 snaps.
Dude, man, they really don't like him.
I'm quite surprised.
And I was shocked to hear that during the off season. I was like, gosh, Mims had like a solid season last year.
He had a solid season, man. He was one of their better weapons. Crowder obviously took the cake, but
yeah, Crowder's a good slot. He's a good slot. But I'm gonna go with the Jets here. I think their defense. The problem with Matt Ryan is he performs well against bad defenses. Like Washington, that secondary's been a bit it just hasn't been good this year. Even despite the pressure, because Washington's getting pressure. I have no faith in that Falcons defense. Dude, Wilson, he just went off against a much better defense, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know how the Falcons plan to get pressure. The thing is, they won't. They're not going to. I think Wilson's going to have ample time to throw. I think they get the run game started this week, too.
Okay.
But, this is more so on the back of that Jets defense is playing very good football. And, Matt Ryan, no bueno this week. I'm gonna go with the Jets. This could be the beginning of my downfall. All right.
Well, let's go on to the next one.
Yeah, Packers versus Bengals. Packers 3-point favorite, 50.5 over under, which sounds pretty fair. Joe Burrow playing great football, dude. He's looking good. He's looking like he could be a top 10 quarterback in this league. But there's starting to be a lot of guys you could say that for. Herbert and such. Yeah. But wish Tua was performing well out of that draft class. Real shame. But but it's hard imagining a team beating the Packers at this point. They had that oomph at the beginning of the year against the Saints, but since then they've been a very good football team. The defense isn't playing as well as I'd hope it would, but again, Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, that's tough to beat. Now Randall Cobb's going off. It's like we're playing 5 years ago at this point.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It was great seeing that.
I'm going to lean with the Packers in this one. This is a close one for me. I like Joe Burrow. I like how that offense is looking. I think this could turn into a good shootout. But at the end of the day, it really depends how healthy that secondary, like Jesse Bates, does he return this week?
That's a big one.
But I'm going to lean the Packers.
Well, knowing if Jesse Bates was going to be healthy or not would be pretty helpful in this, because I'm actually split. Obviously, the Bengals defensive front has actually been getting pressured pretty consistently, which is great. They have a much better receiving core, I believe, than the Packers, even though Randall Cobb went off against a pretty terrible Steelers secondary. I don't know how the hell the Steelers played so well like week 1. Don't get that. But under the condition that Jesse Bates is questionable, not doubtful, I'm gonna rock the Bengals here. They did almost lose to the Jaguars, but again, Jaguars are trying to come out and show that they could actually kick ass. And Joe Burrow, he beat Trevor Lawrence again, which is great. Joe Mixon, solid ass running back right there. The Bengals, I mean, I don't have as much faith in the Packers defense as I do in the Bengals defense at this point, and that's weird as hell to say. But do you know if Jesse's gonna be starting this week?
All right, so right now this is out of the horse's mouth. Zach Taylor himself. He says T. Higgins, Jesse Bates, Chidobe Awuzie, and Joe Mixon are all trending in the right direction to play this week, with T. Higgins kind of being the for sure that he should play this week. But it's still kind of in the air for Bates, Mixon, and Awuzie.
Well, am I allowed to make a conditional pick?
The hell no, dude.
No? Okay.
This is ride or die. Conditional?
Conditional, I would have went the Bengals. No conditions, because I have no faith at all that if Joe Mixon doesn't play, then there's absolutely no hope. I'm going to go the Packers. I'm going to go with you on that one, just because, again, injuries make a big freaking difference. So, going to be rocking with the Packers there. But, again, just so you guys know, conditionally, if those guys end up starting, being able to play, I'd probably lean the Bengals.
And it won't matter in the win column.
I guess not. I was expecting to split with you on that. I totally forgot about Jesse Bates not being there. And then I forgot Joe Mixon.
Yeah, Awuzie is kind of big too, because Wayne's, man, got obliterated this past week.
Oh, just don't even start talking about Trey Waynes.
Yeah, and even Darius Phillips had a few woofs.
Yeah, I know. We will start talking about the Lions and the Vikings, though. So the Lions are doing not too hot right now. I chose them to beat the Bears. Did not do so. Once again, put up pretty much their only points in the fourth quarter, which made them look like they're more competitive than they were, which is great that they can actually put up points in the fourth quarter. Couldn't do that against Green Bay. But the Vikings, the Vikings got embarrassed by the Browns, which are a far superior team, but they're still within 7 points. So I don't know how the hell the Vikings defense was able to do that. Baker Mayfield was 2 of 7 targeting Odell Beckham Jr. It's probably a big reason why. Left 2 touchdowns on the table, wide open touchdowns. So I'm going to be rocking the Vikings here because I think, again, the Vikings defense didn't perform as well as its statistics said, but also the Browns defense is exponentially better than the Lions. So I'm pretty confident on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Vikings as well. I think this is they're the best 1-3 team currently in football. Mm-hmm. I think those games could have easily been Vikings wins, especially if you go back to Arizona. You had the missed extra point, then the missed field goal. If you go back to the beginning of the year against the Bengals, they essentially lost that. I don't know if I don't think the Bengals won that game. I think they had that game at hand, and then I don't know what happened. They're making a terrible, terrible mistake continuing to put Rashad Breeland on the field. He has been one of the worst corners in football. He's already allowed 4 touchdowns this year. And I mean, to that, Jared Goff's played good football. It hasn't always led to points, but he's not losing them the game. It's the defense. The secondaries hasn't been particularly well. It's, to be fair, their secondary is pretty beat up with Kuda, and even Ifeatu Melifonwu. He's been banged up too.
Yeah, Oruwariye was the guy who actually made plays last week. So
yeah, and it's just that's a really good Browns defense.
I know.
It's pretty impressive that the Vikings were able to stay in that game, but like you said, it was more so errors on Cleveland's part. Hey, look, dude, this time.
I know. I finally got the suppressor on,
dude,
time.
And I wasn't. Dang, dude, I didn't edit it out either. Was it last week?
You didn't?
Hell, dude, that's a lot of editing. I put in all these overlays. You think I'm gonna take time to find your sneeze in a 40 to 50 minute video?
Shoot, all right.
Yeah. So what? We're both going Minnesota, right?
Yeah, we're both going Minnesota.
All right, they're 7.5 point favorites too. I think you take that. Broncos, Steelers, Pittsburgh. They're only a 1 point favorite. They expect a low scoring affair, 40 point over under. This one's particularly tough for me. This is in Pittsburgh. That Bronco offense, it looked stagnant when they faced a good defense, and this is a pretty good defense for the Steelers. Problem is they're always on the field the whole time. Let's see, was Teddy concussion?
Logging out on that right now.
Yeah, he was in concussion protocol. So, and we all know what we saw with Drew Lock. He threw a pick. Granted, it was like a heave up in the end zone, it was that type. It wasn't like,
it was like a screw it pick.
Yeah, it was a screw it pick. Some of my favorite screwed picks. Ryan Fitzmagic, man.
Oh,
triple coverage. I don't care. Go get it. Go get it, receiver. But
they call it a third down punt. Usually when you throw like a deep bomb, that's just like a screw it. Yeah.
Dude, this one's tough, man. Like the Broncos, I think that's a really good defense. I thought they did a good job. They gave their offense ample opportunities to win the game there against Baltimore. It's just the offense couldn't get going after that first initial drive. And it was really off the heels of a big Javonte Williams run. Outside of that, the offense was doing much of nothing. I don't think it matters if Teddy's healthy in this game. I think I'm going to go Steelers. I think Big Ben can do enough. That offense hasn't looked great.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This one's a toss-up for me, but I'm going to go Pittsburgh.
I was just about to go Pittsburgh, but I started thinking of the battle in the trenches, and the Steelers' offensive line is not good.
It's not.
And
it's one of the worst run blocking lines in football, too. After being one of the highest in the preseason. Just saying, preseason don't mean crap.
It doesn't. It just shows you what guys could be in the future. It shows development. But even without Bradley Chubb, the Broncos' pass rush is going to be far superior talent-wise than the Steelers' offensive line. And again, the run blocking, it's self-explanatory. The Steelers just overload Najee Harris with everything. Like, he looks terrible stat-wise, but if you actually watch him play, he does such a good job with absolutely nothing going for him. The Broncos secondary is one of the best. Ben's shown that he still is willing to throw pretty risky balls. Accuracy starting to get away from him a little bit. I love Big Ben. It's my team. They're at Heinz Field, and the defensive front for Pittsburgh is unbelievable. But I think the Steelers show that they are a little bit more porous in their secondary. I hope that Teddy plays, but I think even with Drew Lock, the Broncos pull this one.
I mean, I'm so so tempted to lean that way too.
Yeah. Well, who's the kid out of Whitewater, the center? Getting his name.
Miners.
But he started. Huh?
Miners.
Yeah, Quinn Miners.
Did Natane was
Moody.
it Moody? Didn't he start last week too?
Yeah. So glad to see those guys. Those guys are PFF monsters. So they're going out.
Yeah, man, I was so high on Moody too.
Yeah, me too. I had a high grade on Moody. But yeah, I'm gonna be rocking the Broncos right there. I mean, this week could be the week that I start shooting myself in the foot. Like that one, it feels right to go the Steelers. Like the Steelers should be able to win that. But they haven't looked competent since week one.
Dang.
And they didn't look competent week one. So yeah, the Falcons. I saved myself with the Bengals. But yeah, we're gonna just continue on with the Dolphins and the Buccaneers though.
Oh, Tom Brady, he's back. He's back to wreak havoc on my favorite team.
Well, the thing is, he didn't perform too well last week.
Oh, against a good defense. Yeah.
Yes. So
still put up 19 points.
Yeah.
That's more than the Dolphins are seeing nowadays.
It's true. It's true. But I think he's going to be even more pissed off.
This is my wife's cup, by the way.
Huh?
So, this is my wife's cup.
Oh, okay.
Just want to throw that out there.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of the Bucks, man. Speaking of the Bucks are just going to perform even better. That was a pretty good one.
What a segue, dude.
Yeah, that was great. But yeah, the Bucks are going to be taking it by a long shot. I think I'd even go over the line of 10 towards Tampa Bay. So I think that Tom Brady just has a fire lit under his ass because he didn't beat Belichick the way he wanted to beat him.
Yeah, I've picked against my favorite team, the Dolphins, every week, and it has netted me 3 wins. And quite frankly, they should have lost against the Patriots. I don't
Yeah.
think they outplayed the Patriots that game.
No.
But yeah, the Bucks. So even if with a beat up secondary, I don't see Jacoby Brissett doing anything. I think Will Fuller might be day to day with a hand injury. Not that matters.
Yeah.
Myles Gaskin has slowly gotten just
nowhere.
well, yeah, he's been like Malcolm Brown. They're favoring Malcolm Brown in that offense.
Yeah, it's weird. Really weird.
Yeah, I think it's just irresponsible. Tampa Bay, they're a 10-point favorite.
Yeah.
That might be 20.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I think Patriots take this one easy. Oh man, I don't know where I'm going this next game, but I'm going to talk and we're going to see what happens. The Saints versus the Washington football team. Saints 1.5 point favorite. Over under 44.5. Taylor Heineke, I keep calling him Tyler in my other videos. It's great.
That's wonderful.
Taylor Heineke, he could perform well against bad defenses and or when his team's down by like 30, in that case against Buffalo. Saints are not a bad defense. It's just their offense is so strap in, put the harness on. The Jameis roller coaster has begun. Washington, really good defensive line. They're getting pressure. Even with that, like no sacks on the season for Chase Young, still has 11 pressures, which is actually behind the rest of the defensive line. But they're getting pressure. That secondary has just been, I don't know, man. It's not gelling together right now for them. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh.
They are in Maryland, so it's not like they're in the dome.
Yes, but I have faith that they can stop this run game of Kamara, which typically spells the end for Jameis Winston. Typically this is tough. I
think we're on the same track here.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same track as you.
Are you going to be going Washington?
I'm going Washington.
Dang it, dude. Yeah.
What do you mean, dang it? We've already disagreed on like 10 different picks. Not
2 picks, excuse you.
But, I mean, that's a good percentage of the ones that we talked about so far.
Yeah, it's so tough. Like,
it's a toss-up game, dude.
Yeah.
This one's a toss-up because, again, you're right. The Saints defense is freaking great. Like, they do way better than what they are on paper. I mean, you don't even have Marcus Davenport, and they still put up a fight against, like, Andrew Thomas, who's finally coming into
I think Cameron Jordan's technically in a down year, too, compared to what he's normally at. And it's wild. This defense is really good.
The secondary's stepping up. Linebackers going off. So, yeah, the defense surely is going to make it a pain in the ass for Washington. But I'm going to believe in Heineke on that one. I think the pressure from Washington can pretty much do it. And then we saw that the Saints could have a tougher time against solid offensive linemen, which is what Washington's done, is built a good offensive line.
Yeah, and we saw like Jameis struggle when pressure was hitting home against the Panthers. So
I think Panthers have a better pass rush than Washington. It's a hot take.
That is a hot take.
But I just absolutely love what Matt Rule did with his defense right there.
Yeah, Phil Snow is a genius when it comes to being a defensive coordinator.
Oh, yeah. Like, I just love what the Panthers are doing.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, shoot, look at Joe Brady, dude. He's got Sam Darnold picking up rushing touchdowns.
I know, like 5 of them or something.
5 on the year, dude.
Yeah, 5 on the year. Crazy.
Speaking of Panthers.
But speaking of the Panthers, Eagles, this is going to be a better game than I think people imagine if you just look at the records. You know, the Eagles defense has put up one hell of a fight every single game. Granted, they let up 42 points last game. That's a little bit rough. But, you know, Javon Hargrave showing that he can actually rush the passer from the interior, which the Panthers have had pretty big issues with their guards.
I mean, arguably only Aaron Donald's been more dominant on the interior.
Which is ridiculous. Also, represent former Steeler. But, you know, if Javon Hargrave is able to get pressure up the middle, because, again, the guards are the big issue for the Panthers. Even Fleming at their tackles not even doing too hot.
He bad.
There could be something going for the Eagles here. There could be. I just don't have faith in the fact that, I mean, you look at the Panthers receiver room, they outmatch the Eagles secondary right now. Like Darius Slay can take on DJ Moore, who's hot as hell. He's arguably the best receiver in the league, pound for pound, right now, just the way he's performing. But you got Robbie Anderson there. I don't know if Steven Nelson can handle Robbie one-on-one. But then you got all these other little gadget weapons that they got as well. And the linebackers for the Eagles, not that great.
Yeah, I mean, they're still down CMC.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, it helps to not have CMC against them, but Chuba didn't do too shabby, didn't he?
He was all right.
He's all right. I think the Panthers are actually, oh man, I kind of want to take the Eagles here, but I can't because, again, then you look at the Panthers defense, and it is just so damn good. I mean, they're fighting the Cowboys, which is almost undisputably the best offense in the NFL. They gave them a good run for their money. They actually kept that game close. So I'm going to rock with the Panthers here because I believe in them. But there is something to be said that the Eagles have a lot more of a fight in them than maybe people think.
Yeah, they say it's a far chance that CMC returns this week. They're likely to sit him, but he should be ready week 6. Who'd you end up taking?
Panthers.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm trying to, like, it's easy to fall in love with what you saw against Kansas City, but you got to remember Kansas City's defense is terrible.
Awful.
Terrible.
It's awful. Speaking of a terrible defense.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that in a sec.
Yeah.
But, dude, yeah, I don't think I can, yeah. Like, I was thinking about riding the hype from this week against the Chiefs. But yeah, that defense is too good. I think we're going to see something similar to what the Cowboys did to the Eagles.
Yeah. If not worse.
Yeah, when it's all said and done. Thank you. Thank you for helping me through that logic, man.
Yes, I got you. I just love the Panthers right now.
Well, tell me how much you love the Jags.
Well, you're the one talking about this game first.
Am I? So I thought I just started the Eagles-Panthers.
I talked about the Eagles and Panthers, didn't I?
You know what? Fine. Let's not fight over this. Titans versus Jags. Titans 4-point favorite, 48.5 over under. So, Trevor Lawrence, he looked good. I thought he looked good. He looked a lot more. He looked a lot better than he did recently. Dude, Laviska Shenault, man,
he's good.
Dude's good, and they're finally relying a bit more on James Robinson.
Thank God.
Yeah, that defense, I think, still looked bad. I think the corner position looks terrible. Totally makes sense why they traded C.J. Henderson.
God, don't even get me started with that shit. I can't do it.
But
I'm so livid right now.
Yeah, the Titans right now, they're a type of team that coming off probably their worst loss this year.
Ever.
Yeah, to the Jets. I think this is a Titans team that can beat anybody. But that can lose to everybody.
It's true.
Yeah. It's tempting to take the Jags here. It's in Jacksonville, but I think I'm going to stick with Tennessee, dude. Ryan Tannehill still managed to put up a really good game despite missing Julio, missing A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
I'm actually currently taking a look at I'm pretty sure A.J. Brown's no-go this week.
Yeah, I think Julio's questionable.
He's questionable. But still, they could, they got creative, man. They started using, was it Nicholson? Out of the backfield. I think he was targeted 12 times.
Yeah.
And I mean, Derrick Henry just eats, man. He just eats, and he's going to eat here. Titans all the way.
Dude, I'll say this. The reason the Titans lost is because the Jets got pressure. They had 7 sacks or something.
Yeah.
That's not going to be replicated by the Jaguars. I love Josh Allen, with a passion. I think that he's a really damn good edge talent. But besides that, you're not going to be getting much much pressure, especially off the edge.
And honestly, that's what happened with the Cardinals. Chandler Jones was eating.
Yeah, exactly. The Titans' losses came because their offensive line failed. Because, you can run Derrick Henry as much as you want, but if you can't pass, granted, they're losing their top 2 weapons, then you're not going to get anywhere. There's eventually a point where you can stack a billion dudes in the box, and then it's just not going to work. But I'm 100% right in the Titans here. I don't think the Jaguars have that great of a run defense. So that's not very good in the equation against Derrick Henry. Just like looking at the dudes on their own. And then I think Josh Reynolds is a bit underrated. I think that there's less pressure getting to Tannehill. That allows Reynolds to get open. And the fact that the Jaguars don't have jack shit for the secondary really makes it a lot easier to lose A.J. Brown as well as even Julio Jones if he doesn't even play.
Yeah, and I mean, Harold Landry's probably been the Iron Man this year. He has played almost every snap, and he's getting pressure. Shoot, man. Yeah, and even Danico Autry, dude. That dude almost saved the game.
Yeah, he did a great job on that, was a 3rd and goal, and Zach Wilson tries to scramble outside, try to do something tricky. He should have just thrown it away. I don't know what the hell Zach was thinking right there.
Well, he was a lot faster in college. Or should I say the defenses were a lot slower.
Yeah, the defense is a lot slower. But
dude, yeah. Bud Dupree, dude. Talk about just burning money.
I was saying it from the beginning, man.
I've never been a big Bud Dupree guy.
I know. Or shall I say, I was the only one who said that Bud Dupree was terrible.
I mean, I was with you on that, dude. I've always been.
I'm joking.
I never said he was terrible.
Oh no, I'm just messing around.
No. Speak your heart, dude. Speak your heart.
No, but no, Bud Dupree. I think everybody knew that was an overpay. We saw how desperate they were. I thought the Nico Autry signing was a really good one, though. They kind of made up for it, but that's gonna hurt the cap for a little while. It's gonna hurt.
Speaking of hurt.
Speaking of hurt, not hurts. The Texans. So those 4 picks really did hurt, especially getting a goose egg. It also hurts.
One of the worst passing performances I've seen.
Ever. Granted, you're putting a quarterback that has 11 starts in college starting against one of the
11?
top.
I thought it was 10. Maybe. I mean, okay, this is nitpicking.
Okay, get the hell out of here. You get on my ass for one game. I'm pretty sure it was 11. But regardless, a low amount of starts, you're putting him up against a really solid defense with an offense that is patched to be mediocre at best. So he doesn't have much going for him, to be honest. And he should have never started, which is why they have Tyrod Taylor there. But
I mean, he's hurt, though.
Yeah, I know. That's why injuries have caused a terrible situation. But yeah, he sucks. I had him as a late 3rd prospect. That's me. That was me being high on him at the time. I didn't really understand that people would actually.
I mean,
think
those guys are developmental, though. I mean, they shouldn't be starting.
Exactly. I don't think he sucks. He just sucks now. You got to give him some time. This is not a team to try to have him grow and become better against. The Patriots are going to just absolutely eat this game. It's going to look terrible.
Dude, and they're doing this without Stephon Gilmore, too.
Who cares?
Okay.
I know. Honestly, I don't care. They can not have J.C. Jackson. They can have Joejuan Williams as their starting number 1 corner, and they will still beat the Texans by 20.
Dang, somebody's a little sassy after I made that 10-game correction. My bad.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm checking it right now. You give your analysis. I'm gonna see.
I don't know if there's much to give here, man. I don't know how they'll score. I mean, I bet you Houston will score more than 0 points, but I have a hard time thinking they'll score over 10. Mac Jones, man, he gets in rhythm, dude. I don't think they had many completions over 20 yards, if any, actually, against Tampa. Yeah. You don't need that. That's not how the offense functions, man. They just they let the defense do their thing, and they try to nickel and dime it down the field with Mac Jones. He's a rhythm passer. But yeah, this is gonna be a I mean, Patriots, they're 9-point favorites. Me, this is a foregone conclusion. But I thought that about the Jets this past week. So
I think this is a bit more of a foregone conclusion than the Jets and the Titans. That one, they didn't have A.J. Brown or Julio Jones. This one, the Patriots, with the team they have pretty much right now, almost beat Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Now you're going to pretty much go the exact opposite. Which, by the way, Davis Mills did play 11 games, but he started 11. Just saying. But still, yeah, he's a developmental guy. You just can't expect him to actually win. I will say Mac Jones does look very, like I would say Alex Smith-esque.
Yeah, he
Very,
looks in command of the offense.
yeah, I mean, he's Mr. Check Down. Like I see check down, check down, check down. But I mean, he has a couple plays where he just throws it deep, throws a dime over the middle. Like he does a good job. He's been in rhythm. That's something that I do like a lot of. And I think New England's done a good job of making sure that he's not consistently doing Zach Wilson big plays. He's been having those, as we said, rhythm passes to his backs that just allow him to continue having that momentum. And that's exactly how you win with a rookie quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've talked more about this game than we probably should have.
Yeah, but it's just I gotta give credit to Mac Jones and the Patriots here.
Yeah,
they did a good
mac
job.
and cheese sounds pretty good right about now.
Yes.
What sounds good is this Bears Las Vegas game, dude. Las Vegas eating their first loss just the other night against the Chargers. Though I thought it was a very competitive game. They managed to stay in that game despite what they went down 21-0 at half.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was good on them. The pressure is insane, and this is the right tackle duo if you're gonna try to be getting pressure. I think actually currently there's not a team getting more pressure than the Raiders right now. They're 5.5 favorites. I know I bet with Derek Carr this past week. I messed up. I do love Justin Fields. I don't love him in this matchup. They might be down David Montgomery. The injury's not as serious as they thought, but still probably down him. Not good. He's essentially the leader of this offense.
Yeah.
And Darnell Mooney's eating, but not a lot of people are eating on the outside, dude. It doesn't matter who the Raiders have on the outside. They were down Mullins this past week, and Meek Robertson played a hell of a game.
Yeah.
For a guy that's 5'8" and was like projected slot, played on the outside, and I thought played against Mike Williams pretty darn well. So Bears defense, they can maybe make this game, but dude, Derek Carr, man.
He's looking pretty good.
He's looking pretty good. I'm gonna stick with Derek Carr. I'm gonna stick with the hype train, though we had a bit of a bump, a bit of a crossroads, but I'm gonna stick with the Raiders here.
I've always been a fan of Derek Carr. I bet it with him every single game. Just kidding. I'm definitely gonna be going Derek Carr this game, though. I'm just against Justin Fields right now, not because I think he's bad at all.
Matt Nagy.
Good. That offensive line, it's not his fault for not performing well. I mean, he's just not like similar to Davis Mills, except Davis Mills has honestly a better offense. He's not like Justin Fields isn't set up to be able to succeed. And that's why I was hoping that Andy Dalton would start the entire year so that they can actually lose even more, not get Justin Fields hit, and then get an actual top-end prospect, maybe on the offensive line.
Yeah, especially tackle, because like what they were starting Peters there.
And that didn't work. And he got injured too.
Is Jenkins playing yet?
I don't know, but the reason he fell was because of injury and personality concerns. So, I mean, now it's popping up, and of course, the best
Peters is
ability
back, actually. Interesting.
Peters is back. Oh, who cares? I mean, not to be rude, but the guy's like, what is he? Isn't he like 39? Like you just can't play.
He is an old man. Yeah, Jenkins ain't played a snap.
I'm gonna rock the Raiders here. Like even the old man syndrome. Like you're going up against a red hot pass rush, and it's a team that just tasted loss for the first time. I don't think that's a sign of what's to come. I will say Josh Jacobs looked pretty terrible. I saw him play. He made some really awful plays where he should have just been able to make someone miss in space.
It was his first game back.
He just looked slow.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that he takes the jump.
Even if they go with a committee like Peyton Barber somehow manages to be relevant, Kenyon Drake's there. So
there. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So yeah. Speaking of a game that I wish I was there, is in Inglewood with the Browns and the Chargers, because I absolutely would love to see this game. I'm kind of pissed I'm not in LA right now, but this is going to be an excellent game. Like, and I mean excellent game. I love it on both sides. So the Chargers offense is doing an excellent job right now. Justin Herbert is Justin Herbert. You know, you got a really good scat back in what's his name, Austin Eckler. Thought Justin Jackson looked a little bit mediocre, if not poor, as a backup running back. So a little bit of concern right there. Regardless, Baker Mayfield didn't look too hot either. So like, there's definitely some concerns there for Baker, shake and bake. Missing Odell Beckham Jr. on 2 wide open touchdown passes. Just, I mean, again, if he corrects himself a bit, then, you know, we'd be talking about him in a different light. But I think the Chargers, they started getting a lot more pressure. Browns have a really good offensive line, but is Wills Jedrick, is he actually going to play? Because I saw he went down. Rodney Hudson? No, not Rodney Hudson, but Hudson came in at tackle from Cincinnati. It's not Rodney Hudson. I'm forgetting his actual name.
Blah, 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 blah. Could miss some time.
Yeah. So
which means he's not playing this week.
Yeah. So without Wills, I think that opens up a little bit of a wound. And I will say,
Hubbard?
Huh?
Was it a Hubbard that played? Oh, wait, you're talking about the rookie.
Yeah.
When you said Cincinnati, I was like,
oh, no. No, I'm forgetting the guy's first name, but
yeah, James Hudson.
James Hudson. Yeah, James Hudson played. He's going to be probably starting again, and I thought that he was an excellent pick for the Browns. I was kind of pissed because there's teams like the Steelers that needed a tackle that couldn't get him, which is annoying, but JOK's been going off. I'll give the Browns credit.
He's
going off.
This is the right type of like offensive scheme to have him in. He's super athletic, and he's like, man, he's gritty. He's a former defensive lineman there at Michigan, dude. He loves the trenches. He lives for the trenches. So this is definitely the right type of offense to have him in.
I'm just saying the logical pick is the Browns. I'm going to go the Chargers, though. I just think that they have the requisite weapons to be able to hold them off, and Baker has been more inconsistent than Herbert by a long shot, and I'm just going to take consistency.
And the thing is, though, Baker hasn't been costly. This offense has not been costly. They've been stagnant at times, but not costly. This defense for the Browns, though, terrifying. Brian Bulaga, he's missing time, man. I think Garrett's going to eat. Clowney's going to eat. Anyone who wants to eat, eats. Even McKinley, dude. Tack. Even Tack. Golly, Storm Norton's been rough, and he had a rough time last night. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm gonna go with the Browns, dude. I think they will make the least amount of costly plays, turnover plays. Yeah, dude. Oh, this is tough. But I'm gonna lean the Browns. I mean, there was times last night that, and I know Joey Bosa was like, "Oh, the refs were blind." There were times that the Chargers defense shot himself in the foot. So, yeah, I'm gonna lean with the Browns here. We'll get a nice little divide going.
Yeah, no, I totally get. Get taking the Browns. Like, it's the logical move. I just have a weird feeling the Chargers could pull it out. Yeah. Speaking of pulling out,
what? Giants versus Cowboys. Cowboys 7-point favorite. Danny Dimes has not looked bad this year. They're coming off their first win. Cowboys, though, are a hot team, hot offense. They're going to be tough to stop. I know divisional rivals, they play each other particularly well, typically, especially the NFC East. Excuse me.
You meant to do that. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I know. I don't think this is it for the Giants, though. I really want, as bad as I want to go with Danny Dimes, the Cowboys have been one of my favorite teams this season to watch. Dak is good. Zeke is finally getting going. Yeah, dude. And the defense is playing well. Bend don't break, and they've been good at that. I think they have their safety's been playing well. The pressure's been good. Osa Digizua has been one of the best rookies this season in terms of getting pressure. And even better, he has the other rookie that's gotten the most pressure this year in Micah Parsons. I don't know if you've heard, but that Giants offensive line is trash. Billy Price, trash. Nate Solder, trash. I'm sure they're nice individuals. gonna put that out there. But their playing has not been it this year. Yeah, I don't think I'd go with the Giants as much as I want to, because I think this Giants team, they shouldn't be 1-3. They really shouldn't.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not gonna really talk much about it. Cowboys all the way. Like defense looks really good. Offense looks good. So rocking Cowboys.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
Man.
But a game that we should talk more about is the Niners and Cardinals. Cardinals 4-0, going off, being able to beat their in-division rival of the Rams, which, I mean, I never thought that the Cardinals could ever beat the Rams.
We didn't think that last week. Kyler Murray, man, he has ascended.
Yeah, no, Kyler Murray's doing Kyler Murray things. Right now, he's 102 of 134. So I'm not 100. I'm not going to do that math in my head, but that's pretty damn close to an 80% completion percentage. That is unbelievable. Granted, he does do a lot of screens and stuff. Jimmy G's hurt. Don't know if he's coming back. Is he coming back?
He's expected to play this week.
Expected to play, but we already know if Jimmy G's hurt right now, there might be a chance that he's going to be leaving again. And I don't trust Trey Lance against Chandler Jones. He'll be eaten up. I'm going to go on the Cardinals here. It's the logical choice. They are the very hot team right now. 5.5 favorite. I think that could be even more than that. Deebo Samuel's been going off though, so cheers to him. But I just think that you got to go with the Cardinals here.
Kyle Shanahan, man, he's good at getting the ball in his playmakers' hands and letting them do work. And you saw that with Trey Lance, man. You don't have to do a lot with Trey Lance to be successful. But yeah, dude, Kyler Murray, the Cardinals, they're typically hot to start out. Like they were like this last year, the first half of the season. Where they start to kind of dud and implode is the second half of the season. So I don't expect that to really change. Kyler Murray is great. I think he is among the elite at this point. He's getting there. I guess you go Cardinals. Yeah, not much to say. 49ers, IR, Grey's Anatomy, that whole sauna dance.
Crazy.
Bills versus Chiefs, dude. This is the probably game of the week. Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen gets to face a real team. Well, at least a real offense, At least this will be a high-scoring affair. It's a 56.5 over/under. Yeah, I know, right? Take it now. But Patrick Mahomes, I don't think he lets this one get away from him like he did with, some of the games of the past. I could definitely, the Bills defense, they've been impressive, but who have they played?
Yep.
You can even go back to their loss against the Steelers. Who have they played? Oh, they shut out the Texans. They made Miami look bad. Oh, they made Miami look bad. And then Washington, who's been so up and down this year. Yeah, man. This is so tough, but I'm going to stick with Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to stick with who I deem the better quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. That's a high-powered offense. Josh Allen's looking great, but he's looked great against defenses that he should look great against.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go Chiefs.
This is a defense that you could also look great against, to be fair. But
you're not lying, dude. You're not lying.
The question is, can the Bills perform better than the Eagles versus the Chiefs?
I really think the Bills have to score 35 plus points to win this game. I was going to say 40, but I was like, okay, maybe. Let's be real back. This ain't college.
Yeah.
Might as well be.
I think that the Bills defense honestly might be worse than the Eagles.
I thought you were going to say the Chiefs, and I was like, you're a liar.
No, the Chiefs defense is absolutely atrocious, but the Bills I really want to take them. You just can't.
Which would, if I took the Bills here, that means I took every AFC East team but my own.
So funny. But I'm gonna stick with Chiefs, man. I've gone every single time with the over. I mean, with the the not underdog. What do you call it? The favored one.
The favorite.
The favorite, yeah. The favorite. I've gone with the favorite almost every single time, except for I think it was Pittsburgh, as well as Washington. That was it. Like that type of game. So I'm just gonna be sticking with it. Usually you win if you bet the under rather than the over guy. The underdog rather than the favorite. Jesus, I'm having a tough time.
Yeah, dude.
But I think it's right to choose the Chiefs. I just don't think the Bills will be able to have that defensive pressure. Like if the Eagles can't do it, I don't think the Bills can do it. Bottom line. So yeah. So ending off this entire realm of picks that are going to be screwing up my overall record and my lead. Colts and the Ravens. So the Colts, didn't they finally got their first win, right?
Yeah, against the Dolphins. Thanks.
Yeah. Carson Wentz finally was able to play well enough to get a win. Not saying that he hasn't been playing well because he almost beat the Rams, etc. Still, the Ravens are doing an amazing job with all the injuries that they've been having. So that is a big ticket for them. I absolutely have to give props to that entire coaching staff for being able to handle their entire running back room as well as their number one corner being totally fucked for the entire year. I will say,
whoa, number one?
I mean, I think
Throw
that Marcus
some
Peters,
respect on Marlon Humphrey's name, my friend.
he's damn good. I'm saying
And
they're both
better than Marcus Peters.
at times. At times, Marcus can take over a game, dude.
I think
Marcus
Humphreys
can
is
take
a
over
top
a game.
10 corner, man. I
I think that Marlon Humphrey's a top 10 corner. I think Marcus Peters is up there as well.
Okay,
I
that's
think
fair. That's fair.
Yeah, like I'm not saying it's a bona fide number one corner like Marlon Humphrey's like a guaranteed two, but I'm saying like a solid cornerback one. They just lost. So they're having to replace a cornerback one with, I think, Anthony Averett. Regardless.
Yeah, he's played well.
Yeah, no, he's played well. They've done a great job mitigating that. And it's a battle for Baltimore, formerly the Baltimore Colts. Now you have the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, it's written in stone. I think the Ravens are going to take it.
Yeah. I think we saw it with the Broncos. This defense is really good for the Ravens. They're hitting home. They're getting pressure. The secondary has played very well outside of probably the rookie. The SMU safety. What is it? Brandon Stevens.
Brandon Stevens. Steve.
Yeah, outside of him, but he's a rookie. It's just unfortunate. Like some of his miscues come around the red zone. So it's like, but I don't know how often that the Colts team will be in the red zone.
True.
Yeah, I mean, it happened with the Broncos. Lamar Jackson's a different type of animal. Mm-hmm. He is one of the best playmakers in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Baltimore, this is kind of a dud to end off on. It's a real shame.
It's not a Bills versus Chiefs or Browns versus Chargers type game. So
God,
I get that,
dude. I know, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, Lamar should eat. And really, the running back room hasn't really produced. It's been Lamar.
It's been terrible.
Yeah, I mean, Latavius Murray got a touchdown this last game, and Latavius Murray's fine. I think Le'Veon Bell's expected to be put into the rotation this week too.
He got put into the rotation last week. He had
Did
4
he?
carries.
Did he? He had 4 carries.
Yeah, he had 4 carries.
Man, remember when Le'Veon Bell used to be the best running back in the NFL?
Yeah, undisputably.
Man, you remember when running back value used to be a thing?
Yep.
And now
then
it's
Alvin Kamara and Kareem Hunt came in.
Yeah,
and changed all of that.
It's just something in fantasy now, man.
Yeah, 4 attempts, 11 yards.
Woof. I mean, that's a really good Denver defense. I mean, the Colts are pretty solid too. They're just not Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you, my friend.
Thank you.
We disagree on 3 games this week, so I know which ones to watch. I'll be rooting for your Pittsburgh Steelers and the Browns and the Jets.
Hey, I mean, the Jets are the crazy one, in my opinion. But
I mean, it's
I can't really blame you, dude.
I'm actually not too worried about that game.
Yeah, dude, Atlanta sucks. So it's like I totally don't. I don't blame you for going for that one.
Yeah, Matt Ryan could quite easily look like how he did in Week 1 when I picked them. So
yeah,
not gonna open that wound. But yeah, that's it for the video. Go ahead, do that YouTube thing. It's always much appreciated, much obliged. And as always, until next time, you be easy, my friends. later.
Fuck you, dude.